Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Annie and Mindy show. This is Annie Callis from Melbourne, Australia, and
Mindy Stern from Tel Aviv, Israel. Good morning.
good morning. And this is what's the time here? It's 5:30 in the afternoon, and it's what 8:30 or 9:30 over there.
It is 8:30 in the morning. I'm
Oh,
waking up with you, my morning show with my cup of coffee, start the day off in the best way possible. I love it that I love that. Put it up real close to the camera, Annie. Wow, Annie Callis, no BS relationship architect. I love it.
I love it too. And can I just say that this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you, Mindy Stern. Okay, you are like the best marketing coach and the best finance coach. It's like, I'm telling you, like, that's like a double freaking whammy. I I consider myself the luckiest girl on a planet. Just over a year ago, here I am watching you at in this mastermind that we have, and everything that comes out of your mouth is gold, and I'm going tick tick tick. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I have been looking for somebody to help me with marketing for 2 years.
Really? Oh gosh, I did not know that.
2 years. And I have met and I have followed some people, and I liked them, and I just thought, yeah. And then I met with them, and then it was like, yeah, and then yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
And something just wasn't gelling. And then here we are in the BSDA meeting, and then you talk about all this stuff, and I'm going, yes, yeah, and then that, really, yes, yes. So I have never, and I told you this one, I think, and I don't know if you remember, but I've never done this in my life.
Wow.
As soon as we finished that mastermind, I sent you a message. I said, I want to talk to you. I spoke to you, and I said, I want to work with you. Sign me up right now.
Wow.
I never, ever made a decision like that.
Wow.
Ever. With
Wow.
anything. I always kind of go, It was so right, everything. You know, when they say ticking all the boxes?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this is 10 out of 10.
Wow. Annie, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so exciting for me to hear.
And you know why? And those of you that are listening and are watching this, and if this is something that you are looking for, if you're building a business and you're looking for somebody to help you market or understand your business, this is not just about doing a marketing, whatever it's called, thing, put it out there. It's actually really understanding who I am, who I'm helping, where I come from, what is my process. Like, I have many processes from all the teachers that I've studied with over the years, but I have my own. So with the work that I did with you, I have my methodology. I've got it written on my mirror in the bathroom, the Accra methodology worldwide. Right? So I had this girlfriend come over yesterday, and she goes to the bathroom. She comes and she goes, "What's Accra?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Annie Callis, relationship architect methodology." And she goes, "Oh, wow." She goes, "That's really cool." Then we go out for coffee. She has a cousin who turns up, and within 3 minutes, she starts to blurt out everything about her relationship.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was just one of these things. We're in the middle of this shopping center with thousands of people walking around and all of that. And she just starts talking about her relationship. So I start talking with her, and then she starts giving me all these reasons. And I'm just going, no, yeah. I ask her a question. I go, no, you're giving me reasons, sir. Please answer the question, all of that. And when it was all finished and she left, my friend goes, "Wow, never seen you in action." She goes, "Wow,
Yeah.
wow." But you know what? if I didn't do this work with you, Mindy, I wouldn't have been as clear about exactly what I do.
Yeah.
So may I say God bless you and thank you. And along the way, we developed an amazing friendship. So you are my friend too. And I can see how you can do business and have a friendship and have the real that boundary where when you do business, you do business, and then when you do friendship, you do friendship. And it's possible. When people say, oh, I don't know, it's possible. If you want it, it's possible. So thank you, Mindy.
Annie, big hugs, kisses. Oh my God, am I blushing? That was the most beautiful testimonial, heart moving. Thank you so much. It's been a joy, really, a big joy for me to work with you and see you come into your own. So if I can reciprocate the nice words. Yesterday we were having what we call an onboarding call. You know, all the people who join the Blair Singer Training Academy, they go through a process of becoming part of the team. And to become part of the team, we have every 2 weeks all over the world what we call onboarding, where we get together in small groups and we learn together and we laugh together and we share our wins together. And it's really creating this BSTA community really tight with a good context. So anyway, we were talking about yesterday, we were talking about marketing. And one of the girls comes up, she's from the United States, and she's talking about Facebook, and she says that in her marketing, she does what they call organic marketing. She makes posts, and she's a salon owner. So she has employees, she has a whole team working for her. So they make posts for the business and they tag them to their own personal profiles, and they get a lot of community because they're a storefront. You know, people have to come to them. They work a lot on community. And she says that advertising in Facebook is not good. You should do it organically. That means that you should have posts. So that's not, for me, that's not true. You know, I advertise in Facebook. I put money into Facebook. I advertise, and I grew my business via advertising for Facebook. Okay, that's just the background. Okay, we haven't gotten to the punchline yet. We're talking about how there's 2 different ways to market. You know, some things are good for you and some things are good for you, and it depends on your business and it depends on your personality. And then when I was going on about, you know, the pros and the cons for each one of the strategies, then I said, you know, I said, who here knows Annie Callis? You know, if anyone's thinking, are you on BSTA? Are you in level 1 or 2? Okay, so they said where they are. I said, some people raise their hands, some people don't. I said, well, you who do not know Annie Callis, you have to look her up. She's in the calls. She comes to the meetings. Look her up in our Facebook and our group, because when we talk about social media and organic growth, creating a community, right, just with content, so Annie is the superstar. I mean, it's just so built on her. You have to go see her post. You have to see her videos. You are so friendly with the camera. You become so attractive, and you create a community by putting your message, your clear message, you know, that you've been working on for a year to make it really precise. You develop such a beautiful language, and it's such a strong community in Facebook organically just by putting your message out there. And you're one person. You're not even a team, or she has a team of people who can do it. You have thousands of people really looking at your posts, really looking at your videos and seeing what's going on, and interactive. So I told them, for an example of another example of sending your message out and being very clear and using the media to reach people and to create community, that you are the prime example. And I even predicted, which I've told you already before, but I do predict that you are going to be, I don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to take another 6 months, a year and a half. But I think it's going to be this year in 2020, that you are going to become what they call a social media influencer. People are going to be coming to you to have you teach them to get on stage, to come to their corporations, to write books, to co-host, to sell product for them. because you are so connected with the community that you've created, with the language that you've created with your ACRA method and your no BS relationship coaching. You have developed this aura, this expertise, this authenticity that is so you. And because it's so you, it's so attractive. You know, people just, I feel, I don't see them because it's social media. There's no interaction with a face, but I'm sure that people are sitting with their tongues out of their mouth, just waiting for you to come out with something more. You know, what's her next message going to be? What's her next post going to look like? And so I also put it out there in the STA because I'm so impressed with the work that you do and the clearness of your method and also your no bullshit approach. You are so you. And when you're talking to someone and when you are coaching, then there's no bullshit. You don't hide behind anything and you don't hold anything back. And you do it nicely, you do it funny sometimes, and you do it, strong sometimes as well, but it's so authentic that it absolutely is zero, no bullshit. So kudos to you and all the work that you're doing and the people that you're touching and helping in the world.
Thank you. So, and it's really interesting, this whole how we support each other. They say you are like the summary of the 5 people that you hang around with. Now, the interesting thing is that I hang around online.
Yeah.
my closest 5, like there's a couple here in Melbourne. There's David, there's my dance partner couple, so David and his wife, I consider them one couple, and then Connie and Kim, and he's my dance partner couple, and then I've got Linda, and then who is in Mackay, so it's done, most of it is done online. There's you, I'm doing it online. There's Dan Cuss in Adelaide, we're doing it online, and I'm going, we're all online. But it doesn't really matter where you get your friends with. I think there's this idea that your friendship group has to be only around you, and I used to be like that. So a couple of years ago, when I had many, call it clashes with people, because I was growing in a different way and they were growing a different way, and somehow we weren't gelling anymore. So it's like, clearly we outgrown each other whichever way, right? So I was there sitting there going, oh, I have no friends. And I was feeling really sorry for myself. And then I sat there, and one day I just went, okay, how do I do this? So when we do gratitude every single day, gratitude is about, changing your mood and looking what is good in your life. And then I go, so it says there, what are you grateful for and who are the people? So pick a person that has done a difference to you and stuff like that. And I started making a list of all the people, and I'm going, my life is not so bad. I actually have a lot of friends. I do have a lot of friends. They just don't necessarily hear. Yeah. And even those that I felt turn away from me, that was a blessing in disguise, because it pushed me to have a look at moi, to look at me. And I realized that I was, I think many times, I don't want to call it patronizing, but I can see how there's better ways for them to live their life, but they have to want it. I can want it for them all I want, and I can tell them, well, that's not right, you should do it like this. They didn't ask me. Yeah. I didn't ask permission. So I had to step back and go, whoa, Annie, what's your part in the breakdown of this? Just like in a marriage, what is your part in the breakdown of the marriage? There's not always just one. It's both of you. You're both stuffed up, right? So anyway, so I wanna share about mayhem.
Oh man,
mayhem. Okay, because like when we just said hello to each other today, you just go, oh my God, Annie, and I thought, I know what you're talking about. Oh my God.
I was going to show you this before you get into the mayhem.
Yeah, show me.
You have to see mayhem here. Guys, I'm going to just take my camera. I'm not usually like this, and it's freaking me out, really freaking me out. Mayhem. But look at my desk. Look at my desk. Look at the floor here. Clothes on the couch. Oh my God, do I have anything down here that's messy? Oh no, my daughter put it away. But look at this. Oh my God, look at my desk. I'm sitting in this. I am sitting in this disgustingness. Mayhem. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. My turn.
Wait, I'm gonna turn a light on here also.
Look.
Less glare.
There's just layers upon layers of just stuff everywhere.
Well, at least yours is organized. Oh my God, I don't even have it for my coffee.
I've got 5 folders all on top of each other. I've got books. I've got boxes everywhere, and you don't want me to open that cupboard. Everything is shoved in there. So one of the things that I decided to do, well, not actually, I didn't decide. You told me to do. So that was the marketing. But this is the finance coaching that we're doing, and how much. I think we've had 2 sessions, like 2 full sessions.
Yeah.
The impact of those 2 sessions, I couldn't wait to talk to you today. When you sent me the message saying, I'm looking forward to today, I'm going, oh my God, how many hours do I have to wait? Right? Because nighttime there, morning over here. Because I tell you, Mindy, and everybody who's listening, when you engage a coach, whether it's a life coach, a business, well, I think a life coach covers everything. You know, a business coach, a finance coach, a marketing coach, a relationship coach. A coach is there to help you and guide you to achieve your goals, right? So, because if we knew how to do this on my own, we would have done it by now.
Yeah.
So why are we in such a mess sometimes, right? So I still remember the first session that we did, and you made me do my values around money. And I think most people have an issue around money. I've actually given your number out to a couple of people. So I don't know whether they're contacting you, but you know, just the way we grow up, our relationship with money in general is not very good, right? So we make money, we lose money, we make money, lose money, we never keep it. It's like, why, right? So I just decided I need somebody to educate me. So then I know that you do that. So I started working with you. So first thing you do with me is do the values. And I'm going, why do I have to do values in relation to money? Wow, hello. And then the first word, and then you go, okay, let's go through the words. I'm going, I have a lot of words. Like I had a lot of words.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one was abundance. And then you go to me, so what is abundance? Do you know, abundance is my word for the year.
Nice word. Love it.
So, and then I thought abundance means more of, and then you go, oh, wow, consider this, satisfaction and appreciation. Okay. Flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Right. And every time I look at, and I do things in life, you know, carry on. And then I sort of go, okay, I'm whining about something, and I go, okay, the way I will have stuff coming to me is if I let go of things and just be satisfied with what I have. It helps me in shopping. When I go out, I sit there and I go, do I need this or want this? And if I like really want it and I know I'm going to use it over and over, I will buy it. Do I need it? No, not necessarily. We don't need another pair of shoes or whatever, right? But just that alone made me think. So I started, and you told me to start cleaning. Well, oh my God. Like, I started getting rid of clothes that I don't wear. There's space. And I sold some shoes the other day.
Oh, shoes? That's so cool.
On Facebook Marketplace. And I knew how much I wanted for it. and people were trying to knock it down.
Yeah.
I said, no, I know what they're worth. And I reposted, and then I sold it to somebody who absolutely loved it. She came, she picked it up.
That's abundance. That's abundance.
Right? Because of the mindset. So, Mindy, I'm sitting here, my mind is going, ooh. And then today I closed this bank account. I said, I don't need this bank account. Why do I have all these bank accounts? I closed this bank account. I paid this off. I got all these finances. I put all my receipts in order. I'm ready to go and reconcile it with I bought an accounting system. I'm ready to reconcile it through the accounting system, do my tax. And I'm like,
wow,
I'm getting
baby.
so excited because I'm creating order in my life,
Sure.
in my financial life. And that transpires into the other aspects of my life. Is as I'm cleaning up, and I have gone through piles and piles of paperwork. I still need to sit down and go through what I wrote, but I put them in order.
Wow.
And I'm starting to see my life unravel, you know?
Oh, wow.
And I'm going, oh, it sure is. And I have to, sorry, I'm taking over this.
No, this is wonderful. I love
laugh.
everything I'm hearing here.
I've got to laugh. I've got this folder where I've got all the instructions, you know, when you buy the electronic stuff and you got all the instructions.
Yeah.
So when I moved into this house, my sister bought me an espresso coffee machine. So with that, she bought me this stand that you put the coffee pods in, right? So I kept the little instruction manual and I put it in this sleeve, in this booklet. So I opened it up yesterday and I started looking at it and I'm going, why is there a picture of it on a fridge? Well, I just realized that you can actually pull it apart because it's magnetic and you can actually stick it onto your fridge and you got all these pods hanging on your fridge. I didn't know.
Very
and I was
cool.
so excited. So
but you have the paper you put in the file.
So it's like, oh, I just learned something. So then I started looking at all the other instructions and oh my God, some of my things can do lots of things which I didn't know.
You can do lots of things.
So it's very, very important to read the instruction manual.
I had that with my daughter yesterday. I don't know what we were talking about, but it was something so stupid that I said, and she just said to me, "Mommy, read the instructions." I mean, I just had to do A, and I was like trying to figure it out. What does that mean? Hello, just read the instructions. How many people you read the instructions?
It's amazing how much you learn. So, you know, and then with all this training with Kilimanjaro, because I'm disciplining myself. I tell you, I am aching. Even my ears are aching. I'm doing like some serious, 5-6 kilometers a day, and
wow,
I'm really,
good for you.
really sore. But it's amazing when you start to get discipline in one area of your life, you start to discipline yourself in other areas of your life too.
Absolutely.
And same with like food. And so I got some minced meat and it was like, I bought like 2 kilos, a huge box.
Yeah.
And I made this big lot, put it in containers. So then I don't, I know how busy I'm going to be. So then I just put a container out and I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting to start organizing your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And everybody always says, oh, I got so much. Yeah. But I think it's, if I just focus and I take the weekend off now, I just go, no, because I used to work in the weekend. I'm actually taking the weekend and I'm taking some time to myself.
Good deal.
Yeah. So it's it's amazing how it can, like I meet you in the mastermind, then I engage you as my marketing coach, then my business is starting to take off. The second half of last year financially was, I 20x'd my business.
Yeah, amazing.
That's pretty cool, right?
Amazing.
Then along the way, I also know that you're doing financing. And then, Mac Newton, who's one of our trainers, always said, seize all opportunities. In order to be able to seize the opportunities, you need to be present and aware to your surroundings, because you might miss it.
Yeah.
And by being very present to what is happening, all this has happened. So for me now, I am so excited going ahead with whatever you are going to do with me with the financial coaching, because that goes for a full year. It means that someone is holding me accountable, because I need to be held accountable. You know, people think that I'm so well put together. Well, no, nobody is 100%. There's no such thing as perfection. There's progress. I need support, right? So you supporting me with your coaching, I know that I'm going to end up somewhere. So I'm really excited about, you know, investing in the stock exchange, and in possibly buying an investment property. I want to have two. I want to have one in Australia and one in Phoenix.
Nice.
Because, you know, like we've got the BSDA there. There's all these events happening. So we can use it as an Airbnb for our people.
Nice. Great idea.
So, and we have Ken McElroy there and Robert Kiyosaki who are, you know, real estate gurus. So we are all part of that whole environment.
Right.
So it's very important to pay attention. Who, again, who... Okay.
Siri? She loves you.
So I had my phone off. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to turn it off completely. So there's all these opportunities around us. So you need to be really open and see what is coming your way and grab it with both hands. So now I'm going to shut up. Your turn.
Oh, wow. What do I say? What do I say? That was just like amazing, amazing. Your story, what you're going through. I love there's no such thing as perfection. There's progress. Very, very cool. I mean, I got to write that down. I can't even find my notepad here to find it down. Oh my God. But yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Send it to me, please. But well, I want to go back to this mayhem, this mess stuff, because I've really got a mess here, and it's interesting that you're working on cleaning up the mess, and I've created a mess in my space, and it's the beginning of the year. So if you want to talk about, you know, giving value, of which I think there's so much value in everything that you said. You know, there's lots of golden nuggets in there. So I hope that everyone was listening to progress, what progress really looks like. Oh my God, very cool. But to start the new year with this idea of, you know, cleaning up and abundance and creating organization, because when our environment is organized, and that's what I'm feeling now on me, yeah, when your environment is not organized, your mind can't think. It's a mess. So why is my office a mess? My office is a mess because the beginning of the year, I had moved recently to a new house a few months ago, and I've been very busy. And I came with my mom. My mom moved in with you, as you know, Annie, but the community should know. My mother moved in with me, and she moved from the United States. We rented a house, and she moved in. So my kids were so delicious that I was with my mother in the United States helping her pack up. And my kids were here in Israel packing up my other house and moving it here so that we came with my mom to the new house. My kids were just so delicious. So they packed up everything for me, and I haven't really had time to go through everything. So there was this thing in the corner, this plastic drawers or whatever, files in the corner where I shoved everything before I went to my mom. I shoved whatever was on my desk inside, and then my kids shoved whatever was left in the room inside and brought it here to the new place, and it's in the corner of my office. So yesterday, my daughter, she works for me. She's my assistant. So I said, you know, today would be a really good day for you to please help me clean that out, because I'm really busy and I don't get to it. And I don't even know what's in the drawers. So she's so sweet. She sat here on the floor of my office while I had meetings all day, and, you know, on Zoom, all over the world. I was talking with people, but here from my sweet little office, and she's working here on the floor, and she really didn't know what to do. So I said, you know what? Take the stuff out of the drawers and just make 3 piles. You know? things you think I should throw out, things that things that I learned, study material, and things that are for my business, because I have not only the things that I learned, but over the 10 years of my financial coaching business, I have a lot of programs. And when I have a program, my program, it goes into, I don't know if I can show you here. This is a mess, but it goes into a file. I have my notes, my presentation, what it looks like, and I have an explanation of how it's run, and a whole, file for each one of my programs. And I've done a lot of programs. And one of the things that's important for me in my business, because I coach coaches now to create successful coaching businesses based on what I've done in my own company. So one of the things that's really super important is to create systems, things that are repeatable. You don't have to invent the wheel every time. We have enough content. Just take what you've done, what worked, and improve upon it and give it out. So now when I also I coach not only just people who want to do coaching business on their own methodology, I also allow people to coach my methodology. So a coach that's looking for business and doesn't know where to focus and thinks that money is a good opportunity for her, then she can be a partner in Healthy Finances, and she has all the material already ready. So I said to Lital, it's really super important. My programs, that you make a pile of my programs also. And then it's good for me to refresh on what I have, because I have so many programs. Like, I'm working with these coaches, and she says, Mindy, I got asked to do a 4-day workshop. I said, oh, great, I have a great 4-day workshop. Here, this is what it looks like. And all of my programs, as you know, we come from the same school. All of my programs, they have what's the next offer. So it's not just giving the content, but how to get people engaged and come in to become clients and help them. That's what we want to do. We want to help them. So anyway, Lital is so sweet. She did the best that she could, and she made 3 piles on my floor. So now what do I do? Instead of them being neatly tucked away in the drawers in the corner, I've got them now. I have to deal with them. So I have to take the time now to, this pile over here is what she thinks is junk. She says, Mommy, it looks to me that you could throw that stuff out. But now I have to take the time to look at it like you did with the paperwork, with the instructions, and look at it to see if any of that stuff that I've been hoarding for years, garbage, if it means anything to me. Because I don't even know what's in the drawer, so how important can it be to me? If it's stuck in the drawer for months at a time, how important can it be to me? It really can't be. Even if it's important, it's not really that important because I don't even know what's there. So, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. And that brings me to, life in general. You mentioned that abundance happens to be satisfaction and appreciation, which is definitely my view on it. But I want to explain it a little more. What happens in our life is that we collect things without even thinking about it. We buy something that looks nice. We received a gift. We created a paper, a document. Someone sent this to us. Mail we get. Because we can't deal with it at the same time, or we thought it was something that we wanted, we bring it into our lives. And what happened is that we leave it in our space, like these papers. I left them, deal with them at the same time. I was too busy, or I don't know what. I wasn't organized, and I just left them, and they pile up. And when they pile up, they become oppressive. They collect dust. They take up space. They block the energy from flowing. I don't have any room for new things, and it creates a real mess in the environment, and that environment creates a mess in your thinking. And that the actual, if you think about it, when people keep things, and we're not hoarding them. It's not people who hoard, there is a psychological thing going on, but it's just an unconscious action on most people's parts of just collecting, and some things then have some sentimental value, so it's hard to get rid of them. But what they do is it becomes oppressive. You have no space, you have no room, and you don't appreciate it. So people keep all those things mostly because They think that maybe sometime in the future they're going to need it. Maybe sometime in the future it's going to fit them. Maybe sometime in the future they're going to have a party and they're going to use it. Okay? So that thought process of maybe sometime in the future is actually a thought of limitation, because you're thinking that I won't have the opportunity to get it in the future, therefore I need to keep something that I don't need now, just in case I'm going to need it sometime in the future. And that is actually a mentality of limitation. That abundance, the whole concept of abundance, means that whatever you need, you will be able to get it whenever you want it. I mean, you don't have to have it here in your presence if you're never going to use it. When you need it, if you do eventually need it, have that party, do lose the weight, whatever, then you can go and get it. You know, how many things do we really need to be satisfied, to feel good, to wear, you know, to use, to host? What abundance means is that you have, it's not just, I just need to clarify this. It's not just a feeling of satisfaction. I'm like, people would say, well, I'll be satisfied with the little I have. You know, I'll be modest. Sometimes when I say to clients, you know, it's about being satisfied, they think with the limiting mindset that, okay, I should be satisfied with a little because there's people in Africa who are starving, or in Asia who are starving. That is true, and it's unfortunate that the people are starving, but it has nothing to do with you. You know,
No.
the world, it has to do with mentality, it has to do with education, that you can actually get involved and change that, but it has nothing to do with your buying, you know, or your home issues. So don't feel bad about it. When I talk about satisfaction, I mean really being satisfied that you have exactly what you need. You have everything that you really want, that makes you thrive, that makes you happy. That's really being satisfied, not being satisfied with a little bit because, you know, there are people less fortunate than you. Be satisfied the way you're satisfied in your lifestyle, with your economy, with the things that you want. That satisfaction and appreciation of what you have creates that sense of abundance. You have exactly what you need, what you want, what makes you happy. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a lot. It just has to be the quality of what you have. So the exercise that you're doing, Annie, and I recommend everybody to do it, especially now at the new year, or when you start a new process, a new thing that you're going to be doing, the first thing you should do is just clear out all the things that are not being used, that you don't need them, that you don't really appreciate them, that they're not perfect, like if they're broken or damaged or have a stain on them or a chip, you know, they're ripped a little bit, like towels and sheets. You don't need to keep things that aren't, like when you look at them and they give you that feeling of, wow, this is great, I love this, you know, it's beautiful, or it feels nice on my body, or whatever it is. Or if you look at a book in your bookcase, and every binding of it, you look at the title and says, wow, I love that book, or I learned so much, and you remember what's in it. That's what gives you, I mean, it opens you up, not just opens up your space, but it opens up your whole center, and you can breathe, and it allows, like you said, Annie, room for opportunity and to forget newness. And, you know, we're dynamic. Our life changes. What we needed 10 years ago is not what we need today. So give it to someone who does need it, like your shoes. They appreciate it. That's abundance. Now they have it and they're excited and it makes them happy and they can use it, where it was just sitting in your closet, not being appreciated. By the way, that just reminds me about money. Your money also, you know, people take money for granted. Appreciate your money. Appreciate the money that's in the bank. Appreciate the money that's in your wallet. Appreciate it. Give it a nice home. You know, even your wallet should be a nice thing. You know, something that you like to have. That's aesthetic, that makes you feel good. And everything around you, if it makes you feel good, and you have only around you things that make you feel good, oh my God, how do you think that's going to affect your life?
Yeah. I so agree. Do you know, somebody told me that in my wallet, I should have $100 that never moves, right? And I did that for a while. And every time, I was shopping or whatever, I would open my wallet and I see those two $50 notes in there, and I'm going, yep, can't touch that. However, there were times when I needed to touch it, but I put it back in. So I haven't had it in there for about 2 months. I just forgot to replenish, right? So I found this check, and if anybody has seen Jim Carrey talk about when he first started his career, he wrote himself $1 million check, and he carried it with himself in his pocket, in his wallet. And I actually found because I don't have a checkbook, so I needed to print one, and one just turned up. And I don't know, for the life of me, I don't know where it turned up. It was either in a post or a post on social media or in a WhatsApp group, but there it was. And I'm going, see, I'm supposed to have this check. So I printed it out. So I printed a big one out like this. I put it in my bathroom. So every time I sit on the loo, I have Accra methodology worldwide and a $10 million check.
Wow.
I've got another one printed out here in my study, and I've got this bookcase right in front of me, and it's sitting there staring at me, and I'll put there my name, Annie Callis.
Oh, nice.
And have a little one with my $100 bill in my wallet.
That is nice. I love that idea. I love that idea.
And my ear is ringing right now. This is really weird.
Someone must be talking about you.
Oh my God.
Call you up, Annie, say, come be on stage with me. That's it.
Do you know, in the last couple of months, this has happened to me a few times. And the only time it has happened to me was in Arizona when we were in Sedona. And you know how Sedona's got those formations, and they've got the vortexes.
Right.
So I was with where the church is?
Yeah.
And that's the male and female spirit vortex, right? So I was up there talking to this man, and there was no movement. It was so hot. And all of a sudden, this whoosh just went past us.
I got chills.
And I looked at him and I went, did you see that? He goes, yeah. I go, what was that? He said, that was just the spirits. I go, get out, right? So I'm like, oh,
get out.
You get out, and then my right ear started ringing really bad, and it reminded me of when they tried the frequency back in the day with the radios.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
World War I, when that's what it was like in my ear, and I'm going, whoa! I thought somebody had their hand inside my ear, going, trying to find the frequency.
Holy moly!
So I said to him, can you hear that? He goes, no. So I went up to my girlfriends. I go, can you hear that? And they go, what are you talking about? I said, I'm getting off this mountain.
Yeah.
So I started walking down, and the walkway was like it was like I'm peeling an onion. It was like that. So I started to walk down, and all of a sudden it stopped. And I went, oh, okay, maybe I didn't wash my ear properly. So I decided to go back up, started again.
Oh my
I go back down, stops. I go back up, starts again. I said, I'm not going back up again.
Wow.
That was one of those experiences. Now, in the last 3 months, 2 or 3 months, it's happened to me 4 times.
Really?
And right now, I just had that ringing again.
Wow. So
I don't know what this means, whether I want to put meaning to it, but it's just very uncanny sometimes, this, because it's gone.
Yeah.
And I think I feel that when I speak about things that really matter, something happens to me physiologically.
That is so cool. In my world, that means that you're connecting to the oneness. You're becoming enlightened. That's how I see it.
Well, that's kind of my next journey. I've done the physical development, the mental development, the emotional development, but I think now, and it's 10 years this year since I started personal development.
Oh, wow.
I've been doing it for 1 decade.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So this 2020, I don't know. I mean, I like the number
Yeah.
2020, like 2020
You know, in
vision.
America, 2020, I don't know what is it in Australia, but 2020 is perfect vision.
That's right. And it's a new year, it's a new decade. There's been so much work done, and now I'm thinking this year's all gonna come together. So it's very exciting. And the fact that I'm cleaning, I'm making room for new things to come into my world. So yeah, it's very exciting. And you know how you said about getting rid of things? What's funny, yesterday, things that we don't need. Yesterday, I went to Zara and I found these 2 bodysuits, and I had to have an orange and a black
Yeah.
because I love orange. And I thought, oh, this is really nice. Brought it home, tried it on. I'm going, I'm not going to wear it. I just got caught up by the color. So I thought, nah, I'm going to take it back and just get my money back. So I took it back, got my money back. As I'm walking out the door, I look to the left and there's a white jacket sitting there. For 6 months, I have been looking for a white tailored jacket with 1 button. And I couldn't find any because the fashion now is double-breasted. It's kind of coming back in.
Yeah.
And there it was looking at me. When I put it on, it was a little bit tight on my arm, but I know because I'm training, once I lose about 6 or 7 kilos, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, I was meant to return this. Don't have things that are not going to really work for you. Just take it back. And exchange policies are pretty good in many stores.
Yeah.
And I got myself this fabulous jacket.
Oh, beautiful.
And it was half price.
Oh, amazing, amazing. And what I like about that is it's something that you really want. Is exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, because I'm building a wardrobe now that is in line with my brand. So my colors are black, white, and red, even though today I'm green, but I'm not always in my brand. But I'm very, very conscious, right? And it's really awesome when you go out shopping, instead of just buying whatever, you just go, you think about it, you go, how often will I wear it? Does it have room for weight gain, weight loss, weight this, or fat? It starts to make me think. And that's really cool, because then the money, it's not just being wasted. And I have no problem paying full price for something if I know that I'm going to use it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So money, I'm loving this education about money. And I know that after our show, we're going to do our session. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Fantastic. So I think that's a good place to cut it for today. We're a little bit over time, but I mean, I just love talking to you, Annie. This conversation just flows and so much comes up, and I think there's a lot of value in it. So thank you so much for coming up with Kristen came up with the idea, but you pushing it and me closing it to do this show, because it's a great way for us to get together and to share, life with other people out there in the world, because life happens. And the question is, what are you going to do when it does happen? And I think this is a good platform to be talking about that.
I think we owe Kristen a very big cup of coffee or a bottle of champagne or something.
Yeah.
And I'm almost 100% decided to go and do the rim to rim now.
Oh, rim to rim, nice. My daughter said to me this week that's what she wants to do, rim to rim. But is there still place open?
Well, I haven't heard anything, so I would say so.
Yeah, because we were climbing stairs. So every time I climb stairs, I say Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro, here I come. When I do the stairs. So she started singing Jumbo, Jumbo Bwana. And we had
I can't wait to dance with those guys. And God Love, who was he was my guide. Oh, Jumbo Jambanana, Habari Gani. Yes. Oh my God. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. She said to me, I said, Jumbo Bwana. She says, Hakuna Matata. So I said, Lita, you have to come climb the mountain. She says, I don't know if I really want to do the altitude, but I really want to do rim to rim. So that's,
well, I was thinking about sending them a message and just finding out if there's still places and make that commitment, because that commitment, that's harder. Kristen said it's harder than Kilimanjaro. So if I commit to that, then the next thing Kristen told me about Kelly, I think her name is Kelly.
Kelly's amazing. She hiked with us. She was one of our team leaders. Amazing woman.
She's the one who gave them the eating plan and the exercise plan. She's the one who trained up Kristen, right? Because Kristen has never climbed a mountain before. So she hired her to, engage her services to help her with eating and exercise. So I'm going to send her a message and say, okay, I need to know what to eat for my body, my age, menopause, all that stuff. Where is my fat sort of sitting and distributed? So she's going to give me the right eating plan. Excellent. And then the right exercises. So I think there's always another level. As I said, there's no such thing as perfection, only progress. There's only another level of betterment for well-being. And I really don't want to reach 60, 70, and 80 and barely be able to move.
Right.
I just don't. I want to live my life fully. I want to be one of those grandmothers that people go, oh my God, your nana's crazy.
I'm sure in any event, Annie, that's what's going to be coming out of people's mouths, because you're nuts.
You're right. All right. See you everybody till next week. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, because we can talk about anything, make sure you give us some
feedback, some questions.
Some feedback. Yep.
Great.
Cool. Okay. See you everyone till
next week.
Bye.
Bye.